Hello, and welcome to a tower defense game, AXION TD. Very interesting game. We get to start by choosing what towers we want to be our starting towers. I'm going to go ahead and slam down what I think is an interesting combination, set us to islands, and start a new game. And let's explain what AXION TD is. It's a very interesting game where you're going to be buying towers, like, Bloons Tower Defense or whatever else, and reshaping the board by adding walkable tiles, by blocking connections and forcing the computer to walk longer distances around, and all kinds of great stuff, right? We want to optimize how effective each of our towers are. A lot of things that you can do that are strong in this game, and I'm trying to think of, like, here what might be the best thing. Let's go ahead and kind of show how some of that mechanic might work. We can go here and use a blocker and throw it down to force the AI to walk a different way, okay? So we go ahead and we throw this down, and now the AI is going to have to walk all the way around here, and we have a Reaper Tower, which is a special tower for us. It ignores shields, which is cool. We'll talk about shields maybe later when they become relevant, and it deals more damage based on how much health the target is missing. So unfortunately, we're going to be putting that at the start of our area, potentially down here, because it'll have a lot of firing potential in this position. It has just as much here, so I don't think there's a value, but we might get a shorter range tower in the future. So I'm debating. I think that this is a fine spot. We can also put a second tower down, and by putting it here, you can see again the blue line is going around. By putting it here, the AI, wave, which we can look right here, has to go a long way. I'm not sure that this is going to be strong enough because the basic towers usually cost only 50 each. We have a 75 and 100, so maybe we'll struggle here in the early days, but we'll see what happens. Our little gunner here killing what looks like two of them. That's probably not good enough for us. Maybe this one will pick up the slack. Uh-oh. We might find ourselves having some leaks literally first thing. Yikes. Hopefully you can pick up some slack here, and you can see it does give us a damage number. So we lost 6 health on the first one with our expensive towers. Not so hot. And every round, what's interesting about this is it's a roguelike. You actually get to choose what additional towers will come up, how you can upgrade those towers, and additional tiles to build out the board. So here we have a drilling laser, costs 100, so we can't purchase it, and we've got a sniper, costs 100, can't do anything with it. Drilling laser is interesting, range 2.5. Damage grows as long as it's focused on the same target, up to a cap, re-sweat, so this is really good at killing single large health units, whereas the sniper tower shoots slow and has a minimum range, which is kind of interesting. Both are cool. This tower increases the range of things, so I'm more tempted to get the drilling laser, but they both cost like 100, so it's not very helpful for us right now when we have $90. Cool laser. So we could put this one down. A thing that we could consider doing is putting it here, and we could do that by adding a tile here and throwing it in. We could also add some tiles here and force the AI to go even further around. And I think that makes the most sense for us, right? So we've now created a new pathway, and now we're purchasing a tower, and now they have an even longer way to walk. So we'll see if that works for us. We're also getting 5 power per turn. Power is what we use when we do unlock upgrades down here in the bottom left to change our towers, but we can also use it as one-time bonuses to make our towers more effective in a round. We can sell towers, but that's also a limited ability. So here we go. We don't have a good AoE tower, so whenever we have these multiple squadrons, we find ourselves in a really tough spot, quite frankly. Yikes. And they don't know to prioritize the units that are about to go through the... Alright, so I may have done a really big boo-boo by starting with these expensive killer towers, because we are really struggling to keep up. Let's look at what we have next. Artillery. So this is long range, non-tracking projectile that does damage. This is exactly what we need to soften up targets so they start with a little bit of health missing so that all of our other towers get a bonus. So let's go ahead and take the artillery tower, and this is limited in its effective range, or where it can attack. So we could put one here to focus on the entrance, and we could put one here to focus on the entrance. Right now, I don't see a reason not to. We could also do this area here. We could also do south, but it would almost be better to put it here. But I think the most important thing is let's damage them early with this tower, and then potentially put this one here or on the spawn. There are reasons not to. Some units, when they take damage, this one here, cloaks itself temporarily, prevented from being targeted, right? I don't think that'll be a problem for artillery, but it's just something to consider, I guess. Soon we'll actually get to place another board on the map, and we might look to put like a board that goes up this way, and we'll force, you know, units to go all the way around. So let's go ahead and hit play. So now we have the artillery coming in, softening them up, doing a really good job. And even if things get through, that's fine, as long as they're low on health. And you can just see like the amount when those squadrons come through, these AoEs are doing great, as opposed to like this tower here. Now, upgrades. Gains additional damage per kill, periodically applies EMP, and upgrade increases range. So just some interesting things to think about here. I think the only one here we'd be interested in is additional kills. But here we go. We can have 10% attack speed to adjacent towers for 15 seconds when the Reaper tower gets a kill. So this isn't super helpful for us because we're not putting our Reaper towers so close to one another. This here, World Engine. Tower periodically emits a shockwave that deals damage to all Axions within range 6. Further from the tower receives less damage. Interesting, but not something great. And this one here has what's called Recycle, which could be very helpful. This is increased range. Range of 3. Let's grab this one because I don't care for the other ones. Your range is 2 right now. So getting a range of 3, I don't see that helping any of these towers, but we could potentially put one here, and the extended range would give it all the more ability to get around. We also got this, the new tile, and I think what we want is to put it in a way that allows us to expand into this zone. If we put it in these places, you can see we get like power or ads or stuff like that. But if we were to instead, you know, put it like here, this would give us additional connections, which might be way better. So like here or here, this is really good actually. Oh, I can't put it in that node. I have to have some level of overlap. Oh no, I have to put it here. Well, that's not fair. I want to connect. I want to connect. Maybe this will work. Let's try this. Oh yeah, this is close enough that I can now purchase, 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 purchase. And just like that, we're all the way around. In the future, there will be flying units that can fly over blockers and towers. So I'm gonna remove this tile here. So right now, that's pretty solid. The only problem is that this area is open, and I actually don't have enough to purchase a tower, but that is certainly the first thing that I'm looking to do. And you can see now these artillery pieces actually cover into this area. Another thing that we're looking to do will actually be I'm gonna buy an extra tile here right away, that if we can put a tower next to this object, we'll get 20 credits per wave, which will be very helpful. It won't help us right away, but I could put it in a couple of different places. Is this gonna be okay? I can't tell. I think the first thing to do is to buy this tower. Arguably, it makes the most sense to do this. Don't love it though. It's not really getting the most out of that tower. Let's do this. And now, as soon as I can, I want to put a tower here. In fact, had I put the tower there this round, I could have probably saved some money. 6 power per wave is insane. Upgrade, no longer deals damage over time, deals drastically increased impact damage, and arc reactor. That's a good AoE ability. So, I wish I could see, oh yeah, there it goes. So you here does 7 plus 4 over time. Right, this would do 15. So instead of doing 11, it's doing 15 right away. Interesting. I think getting the 6 power per turn is going to be more helpful. Not that I have any immediate upgrades to get, because we just opted against getting an upgrade, but it's okay. You think we can get up to $70 this round? Because I would like this Reaper right here. At least, oh, these ones have some nasty units that have healing abilities, which is a little bit nasty. They also, some of them have cloaks, but the cloaks aren't such a big deal because at least they get hit right away. We would love to get another recycle here, by the way. So again, flyers, they can't fly over the black tiles. Nobody can use those. Right now, they would be able to fly over this section as well, so they could be dangerous. Oh, please shoot. Come on. You don't need more range, but perhaps this one does. And if this one had more range, it could help down here when things get hairy. Maybe getting extended range on all of these makes sense. Oh, I did end up getting my $75. Gain additional damage per kill. Resets each wave. +1 recycle when re-rolling 2 times. No, let's get this here. This comes with the recycle. And then we get this tower here. And now we're getting the additional $20 per round. Seems like a good play to me. So another tower I chose to get at the very start that I thought would be really interesting in this run was extended range. From building a command tower, all adjacent towers benefit from extended range. It's pretty cool. I don't think it's needed on like our artillery by any means, but even like our starting unit here, he's pretty useful. This guy could use it, and these ones in the back, maybe if we gave them extended range and then put the tower in the middle, they might have a lot more range, you know? So here we can see how far one more range gets it, right? It's like 1 full tile more distance. I'm wondering, like 2 tiles distant, would that be enough that we start hitting these units here? More ads, I don't care. Plasma vent. All damage goes to armor. Every 5 damage every 0.5 seconds. I mean, that's kind of cool. This here, 1 ad every 2 ways, fine. $60. Driller. Retains a portion of the damage bonus when switching targets. That's pretty good. That makes this tower way more viable, the drilling laser. You still don't want to be switching targets all the time, but you know, perhaps we put it here and then we end up with a distance tower there. We could also put it here. We could also put it here. I'm trying to like think of positions where it can continuously like blast away at a single enemy for as long as possible. Because like here it would hit one unit all the way around the bend. But perhaps to start, we just put it in the main area. And let's go ahead and give it the $25 upgrade. Upgrading the range of these guys doesn't seem so helpful right away. This one's doing a ton of damage. So the upgrade, like when it gets kills, it does more damage for the rest of the round. I think makes a ton of sense. You here, does it tell me what you did? No. Let's give you the extra kill damage. We don't have a new extension tile yet. We do have a recycle. We have a lot of ads. We can add a tremendous number of tiles. So there we go. The laser is helping us on these, you know, big dreadnought boys. And then this tower is doing a tremendous amount of bonus damage because units are getting to it with really low health. And this is doing pretty good. I mean, we're stopping enemies from coming through, and this is focusing the big things. So that's working out really well. With a little bit of extended range, it would also cover this entire kind of back angle, which I think is going to be relevant in a second here, right? Can you hit it? Can you hit it? Yeah, there it is. And this bad boy is doing a great job. I don't know if extra range on him is better than just doing more damage per kill. I love this tower. This is like a giant laser beam that shoots in a direction. It's fixed, but it's cool. 10 credits and 5 power per perfect wave. That's no slippage. That's pretty cool. Slows a target. I think we go for the economy bonus. Even though I like this tower, there's a lot of expensive towers I want to be purchasing already. And then we'll put you down. This is only ever going to have 2 adjacencies. Perhaps we buy this tile. I wanted to delete this tile, but maybe we can move that guy over. We have a lot of ads. So like we add you. We buy this tower. You're just a normal Reaper. So we use one of our 2 sails. We recycle this tile here, so no flyers can ever use it. This is an obstacle tile, so it's okay if we give this like a bonus. And then, again, I could do another laser boy in here, but I kind of like having the Reaper. Maybe that's the wrong way of thinking about it, because the Reaper, this Reaper seems to make sense to me, because that's where like low health units will be coming by. So let's do that. We'll give you the upgrade. We'll give you the upgrade. As they get last hits, they will become stronger and stronger. We still have 11 ads, so we can do a lot of edits to our board. I think another laser tower will make sense right here. Like these long, like zzz. I mean, it's doing a pretty good job. We're definitely in a strong position right now. Plus, we're getting that extra 20 credits from this thing, which is, you know, very helpful for the economy, we'll say that. And you're getting bonus base damage. See, this one here is already at 21. This one here is at 21 as well. And other like things here, they can give like a damage buff of 15%, equal to the number of towers connected to this. So this is like heal every round, and each connected tower gives power generation. I'd rather get the damage buff, but you know, the towers are definitely cool. This here, for each connected tower at the end of the wave, get power. Fine. Impact damage for all artillery towers. That is really, really strong. And I don't want this upgrade. I'd rather get the impact damage. So now you guys are doing 13 plus 4 over 4 seconds. We should consider buying more of those towers. First, I will buy the concentrated laser tower and give that an upgrade. We did get another, like, tile. And there are ways of, like, connecting quite far. What does this one here give us? 10 power per wave. And what does this one give us? When activated, slows all Axions within range. Okay, it's a slow tower. Interesting. I'd rather get the economic tower. This one, when activated, buffs the damage of adjacent towers. Yeah, so let's go for this economic one then. So, 2 add when expanding here. Oh wow, we could connect all the way to the end of this one. Well, we have a lot of... a lot of connections to use, like 13 of them. I want to have enough overlap that we can get like 2 routes, like 1 route in, 1 route out. And right now, this isn't quite enough. If I do 3 connect and overlaps over here, then there actually isn't enough without recycling. And if we did it here, no. Okay, we can try and make this work. What is this? 10 power per wave. We'll see if we can get enough to do that. Like, this will come in on one side and leave this way. I have not enough ads to actually connect this all yet. I should have waited to do that, but here we are. Lasers are working. And these guys retain their damage when switching targets. We might want a different upgrade for these units if they are going to be put in a different kind of position. And for instance, these ones back here don't benefit so much from getting additional kills. They could benefit from the additional range. So that's just kind of how I'm thinking about it. Still, these artillery towers I think are immensely valuable as well. Not to mention, here these units have the shield where they have to take hits to disable their shields, and you can see that we got a lot of value because these units here ignore shields, I'm pretty sure. Recovers lives equal to the waves. 10% attack speed to adjacent towers for 15 seconds when a Reaper gets a kill. This is not a good power for us because we don't have adjacent towers to Reapers. We're using the signal towers. Tower smashes the ground, dealing full damage to the primary node and then some side nodes. I mean, I have a good spot for this tower. Maybe it's worth considering. I don't mind like a recycle, but I don't really want this power. But I mean, maybe it's worth doing this power for now. Now we'll do this one instead. So you, like this. That's pretty cool. And this artillery piece would probably be, is that what we want over here? No, we probably want the Reaper. And I want to get that power per round, so hopefully we can get up to 75. Lasers are doing their job. Love it. And they are splitting up their focus from time to time. That hammer is coming down. We're close. Looking at the 75, 72, 74. Got it. So there's 10 power per round. Economy unlocked. So they did get something through here. These linked squadrons rapidly repair each other to the highest health value. Well, now he's down to 1, so at least he won't be repairing anymore. Look at this insane tower. I think 21 must be the max. Two lives when using an overlord can trigger, so we can spend 5 power per round for an overload ability, and that would heal us 2 per round. That could be worthwhile. Drilling laser deals AoE when switching targets based on, yeah, maybe. The recycling is very good. EMP mine only has 3 charges per wave. I don't like low use, so let's do this, and we'll try and use a power every round. Again, I don't have quite enough things to make this work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we have to put something here. So we're getting close, but let's hold on to our ads in case we need them. And again, I'd love more artillery as well. Because we did get that, like, generic bonus for more damage. These guys are sneaking through. Please get a kill. And yeah, increase your damage. So the shields did work there. Oh, and these are the nasty ones that after they proc, they EMP all of your towers to make them weaker. Which can be not great. You see here we're shooting through that person's shield. Very helpful. And the lasers also break through shields pretty quickly as well because it's so many little attacks. As opposed to like one big sniper shot. So, things to consider. This is working. We still have 8. Oh, I didn't use my... Oh! I don't know if I got that in time. 83. What's this? 15% damage buff. That's what I've been hoping for. With a bunch of ads, I mean, why not? So you here. Damage buff. You know, maybe we'll end up adding more things over here, like more artillery. Like I could add a second one, and then put a thing between them to increase their range and damage. All right. Add. Add. There's this in the way right now, but let's see. Artillery. And look, you can see the flyers. See how they're skipping around now and can skip down here as well? Something that'll be hard to plan for. We could delete those 2 tiles and force them around quite a bit. 100. Why don't we do like a big focus laser down here? This one benefits a lot less from the being able to change targets. But we'll see. Let's watch that one. Watching this hammer doing good damage. 50 there. The shields really limit its potential. Okay, and you've got a shield. So a couple guys coming through. This one would probably benefit from a range upgrade. I don't want to upgrade it right now, though. Oh, almost. I mean, this isn't the end of the line, though, so it's fine. And nothing got through in terms of this guy. Oh, I forgot. Use that to heal, too. So let's give extended range, then. And his health is low, and it's done. Look at the damage of these opening towers. This one is really doing very little, though, these artillery ones. Upgrade. Attack stun. That's pretty good. Recycles are very helpful. Nuclear emits radioactive cloud, dealing low damage to all Axions in surrounding area. And then what's this here? 1 power on trap or mine kills. And I really like these recycles for the anti-air capability of removing these tiles, but for now, let's get the stun on the hammer. And like another good spot for a hammer might be in here. Either side. And we could make it work in other positions as well. Like one here, one there. But it doesn't really help to stun them if they're not in the zone with a bunch of my other towers, right? We want to stun them like where the artillery can hit them, where this guy's going to be getting kills. So we could add a tile here and put the stunner down. Maybe that's what we do. And now the utility of the tower is what's showing. Let's see if this really does make a difference. We get lasers up front. This guy's getting some cloak benefits. The stun is happening. Oh, it looks like it's only some of the time. Oh, I know, I didn't upgrade the stun tower, that's why. Boom, yeah, now they get locked down for a second. All right, now that's a huge EMP, taking out like most of my towers. Thankfully, the artillery's still working, but the artillery doesn't have the benefits of like increased damage by 15% like this tower has. So, something to consider there as well. That's kind of nice. A lot of kills there. Little dash is happening. Jet boost when it reaches a corner. So if you have a lot of corners, it does really well at getting through. Holy. Thankfully, we have a lot of straightaways. I'd really like to recycle these tiles for the air units, but I don't think that has to be a priority when I need so much more, like, just artillery and stuff. There are some big red things that are adding, like, obstacles. I'm okay with obstacles right now. 3 lives per perfect wave, that's nice. Range and attack rate increased. Nice. Plasma cannon. Armor. I don't need the health that badly. If I did, I'd be using more overcharging stuff. Let's give our artillery... I mean, increased range is really not that helpful, but the attack speed is like, what, 10% better? 10% damage for an upgrade cost is not that great, but I mean, it gets us all the way to the next line over there. That could be good and it could be bad, right? Like, I wonder if I should consider a second artillery tower over here with like a damage buffer in between, right? Oh, we have the this is a slow area, this is a damage boost area, this is a power per wave area. Does this connect both? It does. Okay. So I don't have enough ads to make this work completely, but I could certainly start it. And now we're most of the way there. This, for now, should have a tower, just so we're making money on it. Let's get a Reaper tower. 10 power per turn. Let's go. Damage buff of 15%. I want to recycle these 2 tiles. You think there's any value aiming this way? I like the idea of more artillery towers because I have that bonus, but they're not doing a tremendous amount of damage. So unless I can make like an artillery bank, I don't see the need. How did you get so far ahead? Teleports forward after it takes damage. So it's there to get out of this pain area, the initial kill zone. Which is fine, because they're going to get over here. Oh, I didn't even give you the upgrade. I mean, I talked about you not needing the upgrade. I don't think there's a reason not to. Why don't we give you the attack speed bonus? I thought these things were teleporting forward, but I guess they're not anymore. We just need to use the power ability to get 2 health per round. We can also hit the space bar to speed this up. Zap, zap, zappy. Reaper again. What's this? Randomly marks 2 tiles along the path. All actions within these tiles takes 10% extra damage. Lingers for another 2 seconds. Gravity driver. Slows actions in range. I mean, I could see value. We could put that here. Anything to keep people in the area, right? I mean, if we overinvest in one area, things like those abilities that allow people to teleport forward are going to start being nasty for us, but that's okay. We'll make it work. It's a little too long. Okay, now that's opened up. I mean, technically I could put an artillery piece here and start making a secondary kill zone around this. I also want to connect even further along. I think first, though, I would prefer... I don't want an obstacle to be here. I would prefer to build out artillery pieces here and just allow them to continue helping that zone. So here's the... I'm on high speed now. You can see this big giant one getting through. That's a problem. Warden boss. I mean, we got him to like almost half health, but that's not all the way, you know? I guess we need more lasers. Shielding axions within its range. Thankfully, it's gonna come back, but I think I need more laser boys now. Like this thing here. I mean, give you extended range. This is really adding up, I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 25 damage per second, baby. The power-up of extended range is about to end. But, I mean, hey. Extended range on you. Is this... Do you have to be killed this round? I mean, everything else is dying pretty easily. Okay, no, it does end the round when it gets to there. Axions takes damage while in range. Deal more damage the slower the Axions are. This here adds... Whenever you build one that's more... Getting free ads for building things that are over 100. Pretty nice for us. But I'd rather get the recycles. That allows... Oh, look, the flyers are right now. So now the flyers have to go all the way around. They do skip here. But that is a pretty big improvement. And then, while we're here... This laser tower is going to be very beneficial for a round. It might be less beneficial in the future, but for one round, it's actually pretty killer. I could add enough to connect these routes, but only one way, and I need two pathways, right? I need these three here. I need to connect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of this, and then I need to connect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I can disconnect the two pathways. So I need 10 ads to make that work. But like, you can see how crazy our route is already. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Alright, that broke the shield. Now you go again. And I'm less concerned about damage. I'm more concerned about this guy getting out of this turret's range. So as soon as it gets into this tile, we're going to extend the range for 15 seconds. And then when this comes off cooldown, actually the tower's probably going to be ready here soon. So that was a ton of damage. I don't even think I need to do another power up, but just for sake of argument, if he gets out of this tower's range, we will extend it. But that looks like the boss coming pretty close. We have the right tower to kill bosses, so it's even showing against these things. Blocks 6 damage per hit. Once it blocks damage up to 50%. I don't know. It's dead. Whatever it is, it's dead. Oh. What was that? That kind of deployed and moved. All drilling lasers now ignore armor. That's incredible because they are really good for us. Artillery creates a slow is nice. Seeker drone. Assault drone and focus down targets when it's destroyed, even when it's out of range. A lot of ads, but no, let's get the attack bonus for sure. And I would like to get the attack and range bonus on these towers. Not that I need the range really, but I mean, that's a lot of range. You gotta appreciate the range that happens. So are you slowing? I need to get you the upgrade. Yeah. So they're getting stunned, they're getting slowed. And then I would love to add that in here as well. Especially where this laser turret is. I think it makes sense for... Well, this guy doesn't need the carryover damage as much. But this one's split between two angles. So he did deserve the upgrade, I would say. And then these guys are good at just getting those finishing touches. They have extended range. Like, I want to use the destroying tiles to make it so flyers can't cut across here. Right? I could destroy this single tile, and then I would have to move this corner over. But part of me is like, oh, what if I extended this a tile and put another tower in here? Right? The towers are probably best around these big laser boys, though. Damage reduced, attack rate increased. Nah. I don't want to leak. I already have a bonus for things not leaking. Temporal Mine. Charge for wave 3. Teleports everything on a tile to an earlier tile. Yeah, I can see that being helpful. I don't need it right away, but it's helpful. So I probably want to delete this at one point. And I want to delete this at one point. We need like 11 tiles for this. So maybe first I'll put you out and just get that slow. Right? And then we're still deleting this tile. We might be deleting this tile. For 75, I could do these tiles. So I think that's kind of sick. And then we have a lot of power being generated, so this will do some damage to those sections as well. So a lot of slow. This is doing a lot of slow. Very good. We're still getting some heals and stuff. I mean, to make sure we get a heal this time, I'll power this tower up a bit. Oh yeah, oh, they EMP'd all my towers there. That's nasty. I think it's these juggernauts that did that. So here he comes in, he's getting slowed. Laser applying. Guns firing. They're doing a great job, and then the EMP triggers, and everyone's very sad. This guy is giving him his all. Here's the thing though, is they have to go all the way back around. So even though more things are getting through, there's still like these 2 bonus Reapers at the end, right? Absolutely chilling. Those EMPs are real nasty though. And this looks good. I don't know what makes this one so fast, but it certainly is getting around. That's a lot of damage. This hammer does the most. I wonder if it's because the slow really synergizes with the hammer. This would have been a good spot for the hammer as well. The minimum range is not helping us here. But these towers still haven't had a chance to fire. I wouldn't mind another piece of artillery. 2 ads for activating an unused platform. Slows effect increase when actions are perpendicular to the right direction of this tower. That's kind of interesting. So you would use it when they're traveling across, not aligned. Like perhaps, you know, you could put one here and it would do a bigger slow. I don't really want that though. Missile launcher, maybe, because it has the recycles. 2 ads for connecting to another location. I mean, really, there's only 2 more, right? So, I think it makes the most sense to get these recycles. Because this recycle's pretty big. And then there's one that needs to get placed. Like, basically sell this tower. Put it here. Or sell this tile and lose 1 little bit of slow. And we need to keep adding. These towers aren't economic, so we don't have to get them into the flow right away. We can hold on to this for a little bit. Let's hold on to the next recycle. It's fine. The hammer could work here. Big boom boom. And give you the stun. That looks nice. No matter what we do elsewhere, that's helpful. And then you get another artillery piece, and that artillery piece gets a range bonus. And now it's going all the way up to here. So that early stun, things are getting slowed, they're getting stunned again. I mean, stunning anything in this area is just so helpful. It might even be worth having some overlap with these hammers to just keep them popping off. Hard to say though. I'm not sure if it stacks the stun all the time. But hey, here's a little bit of stun action. A little bit of stun action. What's your shield ability? Large barrier. Reduce damage to other Axions. I mean, that's fine by me, dude. I'll power you up just for the health. You're getting kills. You artillery towers certainly do add up in terms of value. 500 each. It's not like the most amazing towers, but it's like they're the cheapest ones I can build, and they do quite a bit. This guy here, he's rolling. You are an incredibly good tower. Maybe I just need more lasers. Especially if I can put them near those comm towers. Come on, boys. Make it happen. Okay, the damage over time got him. Checkpoint. Side node damage increase? Nah. 3% damage for all towers for each adjacent deployment. That's pretty good. Each like thing deployed. We are doing clusters. Yeah, let's do that. So, you know, everything has at least one thing touching it. Some of them have multiple. It makes like a comm tower in here make a lot more sense. In fact, I could do a lot of damage in here, but for now, with 10 additions, maybe we can add something here to make this even a smoother process. Oh yeah, maybe. Something like this. Because now I can go add. Then recycle. Recycling here doesn't matter. Well, I'll just put a blocker for now. And then in this zone, we can do like another cool kind of kill synergy. I don't need to right away, so we're gonna hold on for a second. But it's cool. It's cool. Look how freaking crazy and circuitous our path is. This we will probably recycle. It just doesn't make sense to recycle this for flyers yet, because flyers can already cut the line here. So we'll figure that out. So right now they're doing a good job of locking down this area. A lot of artillery coming in. Again, artillery is like by far the cheapest tower we can buy. They cost half the cost of this laser tower, so they're about that effective. And they do good AoE, which is the weakness of our laser towers, right? We're missing the AoE. But, I mean, look at the hammer towers. 800 something? This, why? You know, we're really showing off here. Keep going with this stun, please. Oh, baby. We might want to buy something in this tile. It might be good to have another stun tower here, but it's kind of on the way out, so maybe we don't need it. So this is good because we can shoot through the shields. And yeah, getting some slow towers down here, along with a big laser tower and a calm tower, like I can already see it, how it builds up, right? Like you get this thing here, you get this thing here, and certainly we'll be in a good spot. And then when units are that slow at getting back to their starting point, all these towers are now ready to help kind of fight off the round. I don't even know where the enemy is, but with that perfect wave, we also, if we look at active techs, we're getting a big bonus for that. -2 credits for deployments of the same type. I mean, that helps us save a lot of money. I think that's fine. I mean, we don't really need that much more power, but... So, like, now, this is 65, this is 96, this is 40. You know, all of which are good. Let us... I want to build this out. So I want a tower here. I want a laser tower here. This laser tower can get things all the way around the circle. You can give everyone a 50% damage bonus. You can get a range bonus to make sure you're just always working hard. And that's all I have in terms of funds, other than giving you... Now that things aren't roping around anymore, you should get the carry damage. These things are chilling back here. Not sure what to do with them yet. It's fine. More lasers. More lasers. And more stuns in this area. I mean, I really should consider getting a stun hammer over here. But I guess I have no way of filling it in, right? Because my damage lasers are there. So most things die. Anything that slips through is because of like a parasite explosion thing. Like an EMP. See what happens here. Another stun tower coming in. More EMP, unfortunately. What are these things here? Large slow-moving droid takes no damage when hit from the front. Interesting. Good thing a lot of our towers do stuff from behind. Upgrade. Axions take damage while in range. Deals more damage the slower the Axions are. Oh, so that, like, really is not doing much. They do some damage, it would seem, when they're in, like, an actual hammer. Yeah, I guess these ones are doing damage. They just weren't doing any damage to the other ones. I think we could use another upgrade for those towers. Let's, like, I don't know what's on them. I don't think, do I have an unupgraded one? I can get an upgrade here. So perpendicular slow, and then everything in a straight line. So is this like gravity beam? I don't know about this. Does something. Wow, that thing was actually getting around. Should have looked. That could have been dangerous. Vex towers. 15% attack for Vex towers adjacent to a missile launcher. I don't have a missile launcher. I have the missile launcher tech. Extra damage to armor, maybe. Increased range, shoots a powerful beam. That's the one we were just looking at. I'm interested in trying it. So you have longer range, and you shoot the first thing coming down the line instead of all the things. Is that what it's trying to tell me? Because I don't actually think that's good, but we'll do it. So a slow there. And then perhaps a slow here. And then I could put a tower here, but that's not what I think I need. I'd rather save up for another hammer on this side. A hammer over here, perhaps. Okay. Lots of things could work out for us here. Use this to make sure we get our heal for the round. Love it. This thing is pretty fast, but it did go down. Couple more coming in, slow them. The hammer did catch some of them. And now here comes the rest. I am really curious to see how this slow tower over here functions. It's a stronger slow, so we'll see. It's got a cooldown now of 5 seconds. Is it? I kind of would rather have the perpetual slow, I think. I mean, these things are just really fast to begin with. Let's look at this. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Are these things going down? This can use all this back stuff. Nice. Okay, the EMPs are nasty. Yeah, I mean, the fact that nothing else is spawning means that we should be good. An obstacle here is annoying. Look at this laser boy. Oh my god, I didn't realize you could reach over there. You should get this upgrade then. You can reach that far. Hammer down to here with a bonus. Bam, baby. Laser doing laser things. Don't mind me. This one here does 1235. 1700 here. Okay, let's watch this. Uh-oh. He teleported forward. No! Oh, it wasn't a perfect wave, but it did something. Oh! I don't know what I just got. You. Looks like I got a power up for you. Fires homing missiles. Locks onto stuff. Even when out of range. I mean, fine, but like, I don't know where it needs to be for some sort of synergy. I would much rather just buy another hammer down over here and give it the stun upgrade. So we've got slow going this way, big slow beam. And like, you know, that's cool. I don't want this tile. Well, that tile getting filled in, I guess, isn't so bad. A lot of obstacle tiles are coming into play here. Yeah, you teleport units all the way back to there. I think that's something that we need to consider, is like these EMP things can send units back, so when we're in trouble, it helps. And maybe I put a comm tower here and allow these things to shoot sooner with a big damage bonus. I'm not sure. I think that the main thing, though, is make sure these lasers are popping off. It might be nice to get another hammer here. We don't have that much damage in this area. Perhaps the focus should be in here. Like, build off of what we already have. As long as it doesn't add to flyers. So, like, we can build out these tiles here. Big slow beam, love it. And, like, maybe I could put a tower here and get another, like, laser. Even though it's not as efficient a spot as this one. That might give this one a better range. And then I could put an artillery piece back here. Perhaps. Okay, that did give range. And then if I do add a tile here, should be good to go. I don't want the mines early because they can only be used a certain number of times. But like, you know, we can make things go through here twice. I'm not sure that that's as helpful as this last segment. You know, even putting another mine there might be nice. Let's speed this round up. You don't need to be here still. In fact, we can probably play most of the rounds on super speed at this point. Power wave. We can get an expansion. Trap mine and mine upgrade costs. I don't know that that's important. Ignores armor, slows current target. Maybe. No longer deals damage over time. Instead does a lot of fixed damage. I mean, that's fine. We can do that. So, here then. Damage artillery. And then the laser here. And this one could be the slow one if we had gotten that upgrade, but I'm not too worried about it. It's fine. Very cool. There might be value in our expansion going this way, and then we could build out that radio tower even further. Right here. No, I need to leave enough room so we can get by. So next time we have a ton of upgrades or things. This is like a slow area, so we could make that work for us, but we need a moment. So towers be doing tower things. Let's just hit play and let it go. Pew pew pew. So far so good. EMPs are slowing this stuff down, but that's okay. EMPs are slowing this stuff down. This is pretty scary, I have to say. These guys are really sneaking by. I have a feeling that we're going to need more temporal mines. We haven't used any yet, but I'm just super cognizant. Look at this damage, 1,000, 1,700. And like the best thing about the artillery is it doesn't require like prime real estate. Okay. Didn't like that. I don't know what to do with these Reapers. Like, they're not that great at saving us at the end. If the things aren't already dead, they're not going to do anything for us. Artillery. Slows targets. Slowing artillery with a lot of recycles. Makes sense to me. That allows me to do the recycle here. No. Do I have to sell this? That's annoying. That used one of my cells. But look, now that's gone. And when I sell this, this is gone. Alright, now flyers are really gonna have a bad time. I really wouldn't mind placing a tower here. So that's good, you're extended, and then I can definitely see an ad going place here. I just don't know what to put. Put the missile thing. I could put the slow attacker here. I actually think that just putting this bad boy down here and going for the range one and attack rate just makes a tremendous amount of sense, right? You're just putting things into the area where guys are already going to be slow. Makes sense to me. We could try and get some of these temporal mines popping off. Like the first couple squadrons to get through this area here. Like, as they get through this person's laser. I don't have quite enough money, actually. Let's let it go. Actually, that's too early, right? Like, really, I like it the most at the end. I don't mind if a couple of, like, speedy boys get through. Well, maybe this is a little too much. I really like doing it before, like, these slows in other areas. I mean, I guess we still have 2 of these temporal mines. And we could just keep doing more and more, right? Like, as they come through, more of them fire off. They don't seem to be making it further than this. But these guys here are nasty. So that worked on one. It's gonna work on another. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Some of them are getting caught by it, but it's not... certainly not perfect. More power! Oh, the teleportation of them. At least some of these mines are popping off. Oh, I would like to upgrade those mines. At the end of the wave, receive credits equal to 10% of your uncapped limit 20%. I don't, or no, man. Missile launcher, I don't know. Bunch of ads. I think the money is the most helpful part. I don't really care about the upgrade. I don't think another tower here would make sense, but we could... I kind of like the idea of building out another tower in this kind of node. But maybe before doing any of that, I should just build out this kind of thing here. Right, like how... build. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna have enough for all this, though. It's so close. These towers do so little, but there's not really a reason to get rid of them. If anything, I could give them more range. I really think giving them more range and a tower between them could help. I don't think it'll do much, but I think it will help. You know. See how close this one gets now? It's so annoying. Something could go in this spot, but I don't know what. I also like the idea of another ad tower here, and just get me another hammer. You know, that makes sense. That's good. Let's call that a go. What are you? Okay, hammers are doing what they gotta do. Hammer, hammer. Okay, they couldn't be stunned anymore. At least this stuff is getting stunned. Maybe there's a stun cooldown for many? Nah, not all of them. These guys certainly have shields. I definitely want more damage in this area. Even if it's just more like artillery pieces aimed at it. And I need some more juice. I could add 2 tiles here and make another comm tower section there. But I don't really have enough. Okay, you get a damage boost with some power. Okay, the EMP is annoying, but it usually doesn't hit this guy over here. So that's good. A lot of zappy. Okay, no, they did get him that time. But this guy, baby. He's just putting out the damage. He doesn't even care. He's kind of killing the wrong things. I'd really like it if he, you know, killed that stuff. But it's fine. It's fine. He's doing a good job. Could you just do more, though? More range so that when this thing gets out of range, you keep attacking it. More range on these guys is kind of huge because they're able to really focus one target and make it happen. Something tells me I should be giving this guy the range upgrade. Okay, there's the EMPs going down. I like when they go through this zone right here. There seems to be a lot of things that can kind of attack. So maybe I just need more temporal mines, okay? Just keep, like, make them do this section again. Oh, that EMP, though! Once we have them going this way, it'll be less devastating, but I also get a lot less of this bonus damage. So I'm not ready to send them this way yet, even if we had the ads. And with only 2 ads, I'm like, I could do a lot here. I just don't have any of the cash. That's a lot more cash right here. 6 ads is nice. 2 Overlord power costs. I don't really need this to be discounted. I don't know what the blue one is. Did I give you guys powers yet? Oh, it's the perpendicular. We don't really do much perpendicular slowing. There are certainly opportunities for it. Like notably here. Like if you could do like a whole bunch of them in a line that are like getting double coverage. Maybe here when they do go this way and this way. But we're not ready to connect all that. So instead, boom, boom. Tower. And I think artillery makes the most sense for now. I mean, this one could be a laser tower. So maybe there, and then we go here. And the one in the rear definitely wants the range. And then you for a slow. And you're more damage. Okay, that's what we want. Now I don't have enough power. Good to know. This is the tower that needs it first, though, before doing these ones. Because it's 15% to both. And then if I get the cash, you should be a laser. And if that's all working, then this actually makes sense for a hammer. And if the hammer's down, then it makes sense to put a slow here and a slow here. And now all of a sudden we have like a whole build. And like, we're just increasing the value. I might even want to put a hammer here. I know I've talked about that one several times, but certainly. This does like next to no damage. I'm pretty sad with the blue upgrade. I'm sure if you're doing like a slow build where you're doing lots of slows, that makes sense. Let's give you the extended range. So that lets you get started nice and early. Phew! Big slow. Artillery doing its thing. Lasers doing their thing. They're all sneaking through. I mean, they did a great job getting through there. This is getting nasty. Let's go on higher speed. I mean, we're getting more damage out of these towers, but we're certainly not scaling the way we need to. Thankfully, we have some of these teleporters, but even those teleporters are not going to be enough. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, they're just stacked up a little too high for us. That's going to get us... We might die this round. I mean, these are some pretty big things. Thankfully, some of these should be coming off online here in a second. These teleport things. But yeah, these big battle wagons are shielded, armored, and everything else. And I just don't have it. Give you the range, but GG, I think. Kill, please. I mean, these ones are actually shooting, but they're not shooting enough. GG. That was 27 waves out of 30, it looks like. Holy damn. Playtime, 1.5 hours? Holy damn, did this ever run? Did this ever run? That's a big score. Perfect waves, 20 of the 27 we played. Towers built, Axions destroyed, path length, adds, blocks, recycles. Lots of cool techs, I would say. Wow, you could load a checkpoint, but I don't think that we did anything wrong. I think that we just couldn't scale heavy enough. Like, you know, we added this artillery this round. It did 1,000 damage, right? But this one here is doing 3,000. This one here is doing 2,000. These guys here are doing 1,000 each, right? Like, you know, these guys are doing 1,000 each. These guys are doing 2,000 each. Like, some of them we have are kind of weak. Like this artillery piece really didn't overperform, certainly. But I don't know, you kind of need to segregate that damage away. I think the pain of this artillery is that it gets EMP'd with everything else, right? Like, what's great about this artillery bank is that even when things were spawning and creating EMPs on all my towers, these guys were pelting away. But, like, even they only got, like, 1,000 something damage. Like, this guy got just as much. So you can just go just to show, like, a lot of it has to do with, like, how the guys are clumped up and, like, where they are. This is a really good tower. This artillery piece here with the 2,000 damage, because it was always focused here, but then also helpful in the back 9. Hard to say. Hard to say. Interesting. This is a really good tower, I'm realizing, because it can hit here, and it can hit endgame. Damn. I hope you enjoyed. This was a really good, like, kind of let's look at. If I hit continue, it brings us back out. I don't know where. If I hit friends, 350,000, right? As you play the game, you also get upgrade points. So you can see here, start the game with 50 extra bucks. It's not very massive. Reduce build cost by 10. Now that would add up over the course of the game. 10%. $8 per round. A 10% discount is probably better. But you know, this is just kind of the things, like leaking grants 1% stacking slow on the next wave. Cool. First 4 life lost leaking each wave doesn't count. Cool. Upgrade towers, all these things. So my build, I probably started with towers that were a little bit too expensive, but then it was fine in the late game because they were okay. But yeah, having all these things would help us get to 30 waves for sure. So anyways, it's a cool little roguelike tower defense. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.